Hey everybody, Run342 here, bringing you some Warframe gameplay, and today I'm going to be looking at the new skin for Saryn, as well as her updated abilities. Now you're going to be seeing a few clips, mostly random. I'm not even looking at them, not having such a good day right now, but I did have to play her last night with the new skin, and trying out all the abilities. Now, first things first, the new skin, you have to buy it, plat. It is, doesn't give you any, so far as I could see, any boosts like the Valkyrie skin, which I will make a video of. But her skin looks really nice. I like it more than the default, and I'm glad DE had the chance to let me show it off to you guys, because it's actually really freaking cool. I believe the next skin that we might be receiving would be for Rhino, and I will definitely give that a review. But for now, we're going to be talking about Saryn, and how beautiful her skin is, as well as her abilities, which have been updated. The first ability now is called Spore, and instead of Venom. And what it does is basically the same as what Venom used to do, but what it does is the following. It guarantees a viral proc on explosion of spores. If the current host has a toxic proc, either from Contagion or any other source like a mod, it will transfer that proc as well, which is actually pretty good, more damage. Damage ticks will be done every second. Duration will affect how long the debuff is up. So use your continuity or your constitution to boost up your ability time, pretty much. Duration, which is good. So more damage as long as it's up. It also increases the base damage of the ability if it's the enemy's poison, which is good. Alright, for the next ability we have Molt, which is your second ability, and this is how it goes down. Spores can be cast on Molt, infects units which attack the Molt, as in if you use your first ability Spore on it, which I did in one of the clips here. I think I recorded that clip. You pretty much put the spores on your clone, your Molt, and they start growing on it. And you could also target those Molts, make them explode, and the infection spreads to the enemies around it. Or if you recast Molt with the spores on the original one, a new one pops, the old one explodes along with the spores on it, which is actually a lot of fun. So you're gonna have a lot of fun playing with Saryn's abilities more than using her with the weapons that you equip her with. So Saryn's a lot more fun now, just Warframe wise, and not with a gun complementing her. It's really fun. Here's the next one. It says here Miasma, which is your final ability. Cast in range of Molt will feed into Molt, creating more damage on the explosion. All spores on Molt clones will detonate and spread on the clone's death. So what this is telling me is that on your Molt clone, your little Molt, you could put your first ability Spore on it, and you could also put your final ability Miasma on it, as in like you infect it with spores, then you use Miasma, and your clone's still there, but it was in the range of your Miasma. So the damage of Miasma, as well as your first ability Spore, is all contained into the clone. So your Molt clone is like a sponge, taking all these abilities, absorbing it. And then when you press 2 to detonate it, or it detonates on its own once the timer runs out on it, all the damage is spread and and explodes. So it does a lot of damage and it also infects infection, which is really good. Here's a third ability, which I don't use that much. I try to, because now it's more, tempting to use it, but I just can't get killed because I'm not much of a melee person. So for you melee fans, this might be very, very good. It's a third ability they renamed. They used to be called Contagion. I think I said that in one of the abilities renaming it, but it's now called Toxic Lash. It's not called Contagion anymore. And for Toxic Lash, it says here that Saryn's it slightly increases the damage and the duration of your ability, Toxic Slash. Okay. Guarantees a toxin proc on melee hit. Okay. Detonates the venom spores on a target if it has one. That's pretty good. Damage output scales based on percentage of total damage on melee weapon with mods. It's not based. And while Toxic Lash is active, there's a bonus damage reduction while blocking. The damage reduction is capped at 90%. So, good stuff about this is that you could detonate your Venom Spores on an enemy. Instead of shooting it, you just hit him with Toxic Lash and detonates all of them. So it's pretty good. Alright, now the last one, Miasma. It says here, Damage ticks will be done every second. Duration will affect how long the debuff is up. Makes sense. Better, you know, continuity and all that. More duration, longer damage ticks. 100% more damage if the target is already infected with a viral proc or a toxin proc. Venom, well, Spore and Toxic Lash guarantees their procs when they are exploded and impacted. So that's pretty good. Enemies hit with Miasma will be under the effects of Miasma and will have their duration timers reset. Oh. Increased base damage overall. So if you have the enemy is poisoned with either one of your poison mods, or either with Spore or Contagion, because those are all different poisons, your Miasma will do 100% more damage, so double the damage per debuff on them. So if you have them all with all the 3 poisons, they're pretty much screwed. It's really fun. I've been playing her a lot, as you can see with the video. And now the general thing, you know, the general consensus, the what has been changed overall with Saryn, how they changed Saryn. People saying she got nerfed. I don't really see how. I just see her, you know, I play every frame in the game. And I haven't played Saryn because I've been playing with the primes. Primes are cool looking. Classic wise, I haven't played much. But here, for what has been changed to the general Saryn, it says here that Saryn now has a passive, which is good. I like these passives on the Warframes. Her passive now increases the status effect duration by 25%. That's pretty good. They updated some of the visual effects on her and her abilities. You could tell by looking at Spores. The thing pops up, it looks more visible. Her base armor is now 175, her health is now 125, and her max energy is now 150. And also, she can now cast Spore and Toxic Lash while moving, so you don't have to stand in one spot like a casting. You stop and cast it. This time you could use it while running. So it's actually really good. But that's all the time I have right now, because I have lots of guests over and I'm kind of, you know, not in a good mood. So I'll leave you guys to this. By all means, tell me what you think about the new Saryn, if you like it, if you hate it, if you think it's a buff, or you think if it's a nerf. By all means, go all out in the comments below. I would love to hear what you have to say. And that's me wiping tables here. And on the next video, I'm going to take a look at the Valkyr new skin, which does increase some of your abilities, overall output. So yeah. Enjoy the rest of the video. I'll probably give you like a few more clips because I really do love the skin. It has that little flower on her shoulder, that bluish glow on it. She looks like a toxic flower. It's really cool. Poison ivy. Anyways, see you guys later. I'm running Street for 2. Catch you next time.